Okay, family, let's go. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Today, I have a topic for you guys. Kimbo Kimbo na Tanzania Mazulu. Let's talk about natural disasters. Brothers and sisters, we are going to very, very tough times. I have also a prophecy prepared, Gog and Magog. There, where we got to hear about Tubal and Meshesh, the king of the north, fighting against the king of the south. Um, all this is very important for us to know who are those individuals, where do they live today. We can find them in the book of Ezekiel. This will be one of my videos that is about to come. We have a trip very soon. I'm gonna announce it. It will be before next year. I'm gonna announce it in May, June, July, something like that. I'm thinking about that. Which time will be the best? We are going from Angola to Congo and back. Then yeah, we still have the schools. If you want to attend the schools, just um, contact me. Um, we have still the school that we did before about how to connect with the Most High, and then there's another school, healing with four elements. Kimbo na Tanzania Mazulu. I think it's a very important topic. Stay tuned. Um, we are living in very, very tough times. Everyone has to start asking himself what move he will do next. Definitely, we're gonna keep on moving, but with marriage, searching for work, doing that what we used to do all every day. But the time is short, brothers and sisters, and we need some answers. And today in this video, we're going to see with our own eyes how the nature has changed and why the nature has changed. And I hope you understand this message. So now let us go directly into it. Let me share the screen. Great. Great, great, great. Natural disasters. Why is so much happening now? Every single day, we see a natural disaster happening all over the world. Yeah. Me myself, when I was in Germany, the most I gave told me 5 years. Tell them in 5 years, everyone will know, yeah, that I am with the people of the promise. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you how the people of the promise will be treated, because the people of the promise will start talking about the Most High even in the streets, telling the Most High, telling the people outside that they are the Most High's chosen, like it was in Egypt. And the Pharaoh and his people will start now going after the chosen people. You can also find it in Habakkuk 2. They will chasing after the people in the Americas. They will start saying, going after, saying, "It is you. All these things is happening because of you." Because still now they are believing everything is happening because of science. Yeah, which is also truth. That's why we are here, and we want to see what the Most High is really supposed to do and why everything is happening. So disasters are very often reported in the news. Never before have so many people become victim of any misfortune. According to a Belgian research center in 2010, alone there were 373 disasters that killed at least 296,000 of people. The number of reported disasters has increased noticeably in recent years. For example, while between 1975 and 1999, far fewer than 300 disasters were counted each year. From 2000 to 2010, the average was almost 400 per year. This begs the question because now it's like every second day or third day, things are happening. You know? Why is so much happening now? Whoever blames the Most High here is wrong because we forget you reap what you sow. The misfortune that so many suffer today did not come from the Most High. It is true, however, that the scriptures predicted disasters for our day. We go into the book of Enoch and it says, chapter 101, the words of the blessing of Enoch, with which he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. Okay, we have to remember that there is nothing new under the sun. What has happened in the ancient days will so happen again. And he began his story saying, Enoch, a righteous man whose eyes were opened by the Most High, Tatanzambi Amazulu, saw the vision of the holy in heaven. Yeah, for the people that always say the Most High was never seen, this is a lie because the Most High must be seen by the prophets. Yeah, if you see his back or if you see his head, if you see a rainbow or whatever, but he showed himself to our forefathers all the time. This is also something that the most of our people do really not understand because today people are calling us ancestor worshippers and whatever. In the whole Bible, there was never written that our people, that they perish because they worshipped ancestors. Not in the Ten Commandments, not any one of them worshipped any ancestors, but all of our forefathers, they respected the ancestors, they honored their ancestors, they give them credits. Yeah, they built altars for them, they followed their ways. Okay, that what made us to become that what we are today. We became unnatural against ourselves. We became that what which is not God. We are now following reptilians, aliens. We are following monsters that are in air, on water, in the forest, beasts. I just watched Netflix movies full of rumors, wars, and magic. This is our world today, and we believe in that and we love it. Okay, go to Romans 1 and understand by yourself that the world is upside down and our forefathers left, which is theirs, which was always theirs, and they followed the beast, which is Jesus. Okay, you can't come and say, "Oh yeah, our forefathers did." Our forefathers saw the Most High; they lived with the Most High. The problem is the people that say those kind of things, their fathers and mothers, they have no idea they themselves what their past was. But I remember, yeah, what my mother and my father told me, and they are not so old. They are now in their 60s or what, right? And I will tell you something. They said that they saw the spirit of the Most High. They met these people like Simon Toko Kimbangwa. When you ask what these people did, you don't want to. You will not understand. So the Most High's spirit was still and is still working. Yeah. But in the ancient days, it was among us. The Most High was among us, which is the heavenly power that Adam and Eve lived with. And this is what we are missing today. Yeah. There is no one that will come from heaven and must help us. No, it's the Most High Himself that will bring order. Yeah. and will bring back righteousness into this world. No one will become his glory. No one can take the glory from him. Okay? You will see. Anyway, um, and he began his story saying, Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by the Most High, saw a vision of the Most High in heaven, which the angels showed me, and I heard everything from them. And I saw and understood, but it was not for this generation, but for the remote on which is to come. We are the generation because we run to evil against humanity and agents. The only one to be worshipped is the Most High and His creation. How so many people run to sin, not away from the devil's temptations. Another example in the book of Matthew 24 and 7 and 8, if we see that Isaiah is talking about there will be food shortages and earthquakes in place after place, all of these things are the beginning of the pangs of distress. Why did Isaiah say those kinds of things? And what does it mean for us? So Yakongo son was thus responding to the question, what will be the sign of the conclusion of the systems of things? In the book of Matthew 24 and 3, he listed a number of developments, including the catastrophe mentioned above. Then he uttered the meaningfully phrase, when you see these things happening, now know that the kingdom of the Most High is at hand. Natural disasters will thus be an important indicator that major changes are imminent, which means the power is coming back. Yeah? There we're going to see the true children of the Most High if they really love Him, because everything is happening because the Most High wants it like that. To see if you really love Him, to see if you're really ready to make it into His kingdom. Because people want to fly into heaven while heaven is here. So the Most High is saying, see how I will show them now the truth by force. Okay? And everyone that did not know me, ooh, woo to them. Because there's only one power, one God. And He will show the whole world that there is only one God that must be worshipped. Can you imagine? 1/3 of His people will be saved. So for the most of the people that thinks, oh, every black man is every black man is the one that we should follow. Yeah, good luck. People will say that's a lie about the food shortages. Let's see what happens when you do what the Bible tells you what to do in 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Now, brothers and sisters, 2022, a year of unprecedented hunger. Yeah, let's go to Timothy first. Everyone has seen what happened 2022 in the Europe. I mean, we know that the whole world suffered, but that what happened to Europe with the pandemic, that was hard. And it's continuing. Do your best to present yourself from the Most High as one approved a worker who has no need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word of truth. As many as 828 million people go to bed hungry every night, The number of those facing acute food insecurity has soared from 135 million to 345 million, yeah, since 2019. A total of 50 million people in 45 countries are teetering on the edge of famine. We are at a critical crossroads. To avert the hunger catastrophe the world is facing, everyone must step up, do their part. What will that be? So I ask the Spirit of the Most High how to change the problems we have. The only way is to repent. Yeah, like Nineveh, like Noah was preaching repentance, Jeremiah, Simon Toko, our forefathers before we went to slavery, they told them, repent, if not, we're gonna go to slavery. No, we want to be Christians. And we saw what we happened. But you know, that's what you reap, that's what you saw, that's that what you reap. Wake up, you wicked, foolish generation. Okay? So Enoch 1:4, and the eternal Tatanzambi will treat on the earth, even on Mount Zion, and appear in the strength of his might from heaven. And all shall be very afraid, and the watchers shall shake, and the great fear and trembling shall seize them to the ends of the earth, and the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be laid low, and shall melt like wax in the flame, and the earth shall be wholly torn apart, and all that is on the earth shall be destroyed, and there shall be judgment on all. Now, here you can see some states, yeah, that yeah, had a very immense food insecurity during COVID. You had Alaska, okay, California, yeah, Florida, and everyone knows what happened a couple of weeks ago with Florida, or what happened before with um, here, Mississippi, yeah, all these places they have different kinds of problems with natural disasters, and now hunger is coming, and they still do not really want to go to Africa and invest into Africa so that they can feed themselves. No, they're still saying no. Let us invest in Ukraine, or let us do somewhere else our investments, but we don't want to see this crispy blacks, yeah, yeah, to come up, yeah, and they all of them are together with this. They do not want us to come up, and I think the majority of the world, they are black and white. They do not want Africa to come up, yeah, because they have an agreement, yeah. They do not want, because they fear some places in Africa. It's like they know that they still have some places in Africa under control, where the spirit of the Most High is not so strong. People are still sleeping, or people are um, Hamitic, or people are, the most of them, sorcerers, like they themselves are, because the sorcerers in Africa, they themselves agree, and that what the white sorcerers do. But there is one different. There's a difference. They in Africa, they are like, we accept uh, the albinism as a superior sorcery, and we accept uh, to lead under the albinos and Moabites and Canaanites, all those superior people that went to the west and become even bigger sorcerers. Yeah. So which means you can completely forget that the president of Africa will now really fight in the name of the Most High. He will always be just a politician. But a politician normally should be someone that also puts religion or spirituality in his midst. There was no politician in the ancient days that was not a, let's say, a king that was not also a priest or a prophet or whatever. Every one of them had something to do with the Most High, because you need the Most High if you are a leader. So always, if the this is also one of the videos that I have to make, definitely. Always, if a leader is trying to connect in Africa with the Most High, which is only one, there's only one. You can be in the Nigeria, you can be in the Egypt, you can be in the Southern Africa, you can be in the Congos or whatever, Zambia. There's only one Most High. Yeah, there's only one. So now, how can you connect to him if Catholic priests, Jesuits, Islamists, Islam, Moabites, and all them are there and showing you other gods, and we haven't learned it better. So our people are really not connected to the Most High because they still call the Most High a witch. The Most High was always called a witch. Yeah, this is something that you guys have to know. If the people say, "Oh, Simon Toko is a witch," then I ask myself, do you watch Netflix? Do you watch all the videos? Do you see what all these people have done through war, through history, and everything? When did you call them witch? When? Never, right? So everything's upside down. The most times people will be called witch, and the witches will be called heroes and gods and whatever. And this is Africa's fall. As long Africa don't see who his enemy is and worship the true power, because um they must believe that they are have power because their forefathers had it. Okay, their forefathers had it, but they do not believe in the power of the Most High no more. They believe in the Most High superficial. They believe in one man show, which is Jesus, and which is a damn lie. This can't work like that, because there was no Jesus among us. There was the Most High, which is spirit and truth. Because if you go out of the truth, you become artificial. So the nature is now against us and saying, "Hey, these people, yeah, have destroyed the nature, and yeah, the Most High is open, uh, and is watching from above and seeing if he can, yeah, collect those who want to come to his kingdom. But this world will perish, which means it will be completely laid down so that something new can be built. But if he says world, he's talking about specific areas, because world, it can be also a world of 10 people, a world of 5 people is a world. But he's talking about Edom. We are coming to that very soon. So disasters, the driving forces behind them. Uh, but now questions remains to be clarified. If the Mossad is responsible for the catastrophes, then why? You can only find out if you consider an important statement of the scriptures. The whole world is in the power of the evil one. Job 9:24. So it is not the Most High's fault to throw conditions, judgments to throw who do the evil day and night. We do suffer under our enemies, but often it is Congo's enemy who is wicked. He is also referred in the Bible as the devil, who's asked. You know, he's also showing himself as the angel of light, Jesus, or the people that used to follow this, because every sorcerer believes and follow Jesus. Yeah, they are behind him. This enemy of the Most High righteously pursues his own goals and will stop at nothing, since he rules this world for a season. He has massively infected them with his thinking. This is what the scriptures indicated when it says that in the last days, love of oneself, lover of money, arrogant, haughty, it is therefore not so surprising that the world system has emerged that is based on the character traits of the devil. He is the engine behind selfishness, greed, and exploitations, which often endanger people. It says in the book of Enoch 1 and 9, and behold, he comes with 10,000s of his holy ones, saints, to execute judgment on all, and to destroy all the ungodly wicked, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness which they have ungodly committed, and of all that hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against the Most High. So he won't come alone. He's coming, the Most High is coming, by the way, yeah, and no one else. And he's coming with our forefathers. Chapter 5 and 6. In those days you shall make your names an eternal curse to all the righteous, and by you shall all who curse, and all the sinners and all godless shall curse you forever. And for you, the godless, there shall be a curse. So this is talking about if you do evil, it will come back to you. So the Most High will use natural disasters to humble all those who are agents, his kingdom to be built. The way of righteousness from our ancestors in the Pimba Kalunga. Okay. Earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, landslides, hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, okay, floods, and more. So, no, this is no, after the 5 years, it will become so worst that you can't imagine. So, you have 5 years, yeah, according to that, what I received to prepare. Just to tell you guys, yeah, just to tell you guys in which kind of situation we are into, yeah. How does popular greed contribute to disasters today? A UN disaster report states all too often risk zones, such as flood areas, are heavily populated. In the addiction, the resilience of nature is increasingly weakened by the destructions of forests and wetlands. And above all looms the threat of global climate change with rising sea level due to man made increased concentrations of greenhouse gases. Something here run under the motto economic progress, but in reality, the basic motive is selfishness and greed which permeate the whole world. Just a few of the man made disasters we cause ourselves, there are consequences when we do think of the earth, everyone who lives in this world. Nature is in harmony with the laws of the universe. What I see here is making needs to be reminded of the right path and the ways of the Most High sees fit in the Most High's name in Geta. With other words, everything that you see has a spiritual background, and every natural disaster is spirit, as you can also read in Revelation 7 and 3. And believe me, you can shout the name of Jesus like you want, you will be taken. If you will be not found righteous, if you do not follow the way of our forefathers, how our forefathers have really delivered our people, you will be perished. The whole world will be bound down in front of the kingdom of Congo, of the kingdom of the Bena Zulu, of the sub-Saharan people, of the people of Isolele, the chosen one, and the Levites among them, the people that knows how to go to talk to the elements, to talk to the Most High. They are the one that will purify the world again. Yeah, this is how it will be. They will show us again how to go to the Most High, how to come together with the nature, how to live together with the nations and the others. This is the way. There is no other way. We must be taught again. There is no one that will come from heaven. Oh, yeah, now do this. No. We're going to fight in the name of the Most High forever and ever. He's saying, do not harm the earth or the sea or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our Father to their foreheads. Do you know what this means? You have to be chosen. There is a ritual. There is a way how the Most High have to seal you up. Okay? We call it a limbo star. This is how we call it. Do you see my sign? I have a star there above with 8. You know, this is a star. Okay? Yep, brother. The most I have to show who is right or not. That's it. Not no one has to show off. Oh, me. No, the most I will show who is right or not. Yeah, that's it. So what you see here, the Most is talking about the trees, the sea. He's talking about the earth. He's like, angels go, okay, harm the earth. But in the other way, the Most is saying, wait, there are some people I have to save, brothers and sisters. I have to teach, okay, because you're salt and you're light. And now all the others have to look upon these people, yeah, like some of us went to the Pemba Kalunga. They will come in the last days to come as a saving as saviors, yeah, to go for the war against the things that we can't see. So here on earth, we also will be prepared to fight against those things that we can see, brothers and sisters. That's it. At the moment, brothers and sisters, car accidents, especially in the December. That's why if you come to the assembly, we're like next assembly, we're going deeper into purifying ourselves, because this is the time, December time. This is where the evil spirit must show off how much people he killed, how much drugs he sold, how much women he put to prostitution. Yeah, this is very normal. People now here in this time, especially in the Africa or there where the poorest people are, because they believe in Christmas, they believe in yeah, and family days and whatever. People need money now. Okay, now no one wants to come and give you $2 because people are like, now, I need it for my family. And what do people do, especially the police in Africa, for an example? They will go out and here start to collect the money by force. Yeah, and every white people do it a little bit differently. Okay, they come with their system to take money from you. Okay, yeah, be ready. And that's why be very careful in these days. If you go to a party, no one is saying that you shouldn't go out. Be always very careful, because there are some times where the devil becomes very strong, especially in his false days that he called um feasts and end of years and all these kind of things. Yeah, all these false dates that you put out there. Many experts now recognize that careless actions have exacer- exacer- what? Ex- exacerbated the devastating effects of natural disasters. Man has promoted a system that exacerbates nature disaster, effectively playing into the hands of the devil. As you can see, disasters are often the results of human recklessness. Some would have been less bad had they happened somewhere else. In many parts of the world, much greater damage has been done because unscrupulous people have been trying to get rich on the quiet, or because the economic and social injustice of today's world has pushed vast numbers of people into danger zones. Of course, when people suffer from disasters, individuals are not always to blame. For the scripture says, time and contingency strikes them all. Ecclesiasticus 9 and 11. The reasons for catastrophes are therefore complex. But how can you prepare for an emergency? What can you do so that it doesn't hit you so hard? Who is responsible? The scriptures calls the Most High, Tatanzambia Mazulu, the Most High of creation. All that we see and do not see, including the natural forces of the earth. Genesis 1 and 1, Nehemiah 9 and 6, Hebrews 3 and 4, Revelation 4 and 11. That's why, not to say it causes every gust of wind or rain shower. Rather, he set in motion certain laws that control the processes on the earth and around it. For example, Ecclesiasticus 1 5 to 7 speaks of three fundamental processes that makes life on the earth possible: the daily sunrise and sunset, the regularity of air currents, and the cycle of water, whether noticed or ignored by humans. These and other natural cycles in which climatic, geological, and ecological factors play a role have been running for thousands of years. Yes, the writers of the book of Ecclesiasticus pointed out the great contrast between the unchanging and the endless process of creation and the transience of human life. Also, the book of Enoch tells us of the universe is truly run by mankind, running from the truth, speaking lies of the Most High and His creation. With other words, you guys that say, oh, there's nothing with our ancestors, blah, 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 which is a damn lie, because there is a circle, okay? A circle, a Congolo, yeah? You think there is no punishments, agents, as supreme creator with no flaws? What a fool you are. Remember that Nzambi, Akongo, Kalunga doesn't share his glory with anyone. So the Most High not only created the forces of nature, he also created the power to control them. The scriptures frequently records the Most High controlling or directing such powers to accomplish his purpose. Thus, in the days of Massa, the Red Sea was parted, and in the days of Joshua, the sun and the moon were brought to a halt in their orbits in the sky. Also, Yesaya Kongo demonstrated his power over natural forces, such as in calming a storm on the Sea of Galilee, Mark 4:37 to 39. Reports such as these leave no doubt that Yakong can fully control all the forces affecting life on earth. And I remember, if you come and ask the stories about the Ngunzas or the prophets or our fathers, yeah, they will tell you that our fathers knew a way how to go to the forest and yeah, um, invoke a cyclone and tell to the wind to stop. We saw what Simon Toko did with the plan. We heard it. Yeah. We know what they did with Simon Kimbangu. They wanted to burn him. This man did. This guys, this spirit, the spirit was present. And still today, the nature listens. The nature knows exactly where to hit. We have people in Africa that control lightning. We have the sons of thunders in the scriptures. We have the scriptures telling us that the disciple of the Most High, they brought fire from heaven. Yeah, we know Elijah brought fire from heaven. This is a fact. People that do not believe in the power of the Most High. How can you believe in the Most High then? Because the Most High is power. The power which is the Spirit. In which kind of Most High do you believe then? This is Christian foolishness. Because the Most High is the manifestation of power. Okay? The most of our people believed in the Most High because he did some things. He took us out of Egypt. He saved us, Daniel, out of the cave of the lions. Okay, he did miracles with Isaiah. He did miracles with Simon. So this is the Most High is in miracle in Masivi. He is in Masivi. He is spirit. Okay, so we have to know that we have to worship. We have to live. We have to be spirit and to give truth value in these times. And the disasters in recent times, hell no, because who can study the hand of the Tanzambi? Okay, the disasters in ancient times. We know exactly why the Most High have always brought some disasters. Yeah, like the flooding in the time of Noah and all these kind of things. Yeah, we know what he have done to Egypt and all these kinds of things. Okay, and we know why. Yeah, we know why. So we can't blame the Most High if he have done those kinds of things. Yeah, here, and it's coming again. Like it said, there's nothing new under the sun. In this regard, consider what is written in the book of natural disasters, act of the Most High, of act of man. It says there is no evidence that the climatological mechanism associated with droughts, floods, and hurricanes would change, and there is no geologist geologist who would argue that the movement of the earth crust associated with earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, tidal waves caused by the sea quakes are becoming more violent. The book of Earth Shocks notes the rocks on every continent contains traces of innumerable larger and smaller ones, geological events, and one of which, if it were to occur today, would be a catastrophe for mankind. And it is scientifically certain that such events will continue to occur in future. In other words, the earth and that within it dynamics have remained largely unchanged through the ages. Thus, whether or not statistic indicate an increase in certain geological or other activity. The forces of nature on earth have not become uncontrollably violent in recent times. Just look at the Sahara Desert. People that was a that was a judgment by Yakongo. Okay, as you can see here, yeah. Let us remember Isaiah 40, uh, 48 and 21. They did not thirst when he led them through the deserts. He made the water flow out of the rock for them. He split the rock and the water gushed forth. The Most High cared for you in the wilderness and the land of drought. They did not say, where is the Most High, or who brought us out of the land of Egypt, who led us through the wilderness, to a land of deserts and of pits, to a land of drought and deep darkness, to a land that no one crosses and where no one dwells. What then accounts for the greater frequency and devastating impact of natural disasters. We keep reading about it. If the forces of nature are not to blame, one obviously has to look to the people to blame. In fact, experts have acknowledged that human behavior has made our environments more vulnerable to natural disasters. In the developing countries, the growing demand for food is forcing farmers to overcultivate the land and their disposal or to create new cropland by clearing essential forest areas. This leads to severe soil erosion. So Yakongo will intervene. Yakongo will not merely treat the symptoms, but will get to the root of the causes of human misery. He will put an end to the rapacious and oppressive political, economic, and religious system that have ruled man to this the treatment. Ecclesiasticus 8 and 9. No doubt those who have read the scriptures will have noticed that it contains numerous prophecies pointing to the time when the Most High will intervene, rid the earth of evil and suffering, and restore a paradise of peace and justice. Okay? Isaiah 13 and 9, Isaiah 65 and 17, Isaiah 65 and 20, 22 to 25, Jeremiah 25. So the Most High is talking about a righteous world on earth. Yeah. Look at how they mock the Most High, Amazulu. These people think they can win agent of the Most High, yet there are so many movies coming about the world end and much more wake up people. It's a war that is going on. In fact, the prophets taught all of his followers to pray for just that. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The messianic kingdom will abolish and replace every form of imperfect human rule, just as the prophet Daniel foretold. In the days of those kings, the Most High of Heaven, Yakongo, will set up a kingdom that will never be brought to ruin. Okay? And the kingdom itself will not pass to any other people. Okay? With other words, with in all this tribulation that we are going through, there are some people that will come out of it with power. Yeah, and they are fearing that. That's why they don't want to come, especially Angola, Sub-Saharan Africa. They do not want to spend their money there. Not the Chinese, not the Russians, not no one, because they fear. The Most High Spirit only exists by the Banabeto. Okay, only. Yeah, it came only there. Yeah, that's why though he said that we are living now in the time of darkness. It showed later the nations a little bit of what the Most High is, so that they can also live and not destroy us, Banabeto, because we failed. Because if not, we wouldn't be no more. Okay, so he gave them some of his truths: love each other, what they have now in their political system and their social system, etc., etc. But behind the back, yeah, they're still worshiping Satan. They're still hating their own brothers. They're still hating the world. They're still fighting the Most High. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense. The problem that we have here is that the spirit of the Most High, the spirit of rebellion that came to Massa, that was with Jeremiah, that was with Simon Toko and all these prophets that come later. Yeah, this spirit, the world fears this spirit. In some countries in Africa, we have some people that are rebellious against like white people. They fought. They never wanted to mix up and all these kind of things. We have always some Muntu, some We have always some people of Solele. They love the white man, or they love the nations, and the nations, it's easy for them to interact with them. Okay, it's easy for them to make them their warriors, to make them their workers, to make them their, you know, whatever what. Okay, but there are some others, they are rebellious. They're like, no, I have my father. I will never work with you guys. Yeah, never. And these people, these are the people that they hate. Yeah, these are the people or the nations or the tribes that they hate. Yeah, and they're well known in Africa. They're well known amongst the African people and amongst the Muzungu. It will crush and bring an end to all the nations, and itself will stand to times indefinite. Daniel 2 and 44. What will the kingdom of the Most High accomplish that the nation cannot accomplish today? The Bible offers a fascinating glimpse of what is to come. Instead of the famine and poverty depicted in the picture on this age, there will be abundance of grain on the earth. On the top of the mountains there will be abundance, and the tree of the field shall yield its fruitage, and the land itself shall yield its fruition, and they shall be safe indeed in their ground. Psalm 72 and 16, Ezekiel 34 and 27. Regarding to the environment, the Bible tells us the wilderness and the waterless land will rejoice, and the desert's plain will be joyful and bloom like saffron. For waters will have burst forth in the wilderness, and torrents in the desert plains, and the ground parched by the heat will have become like a pool of reeds, and the thirsty ground like springs of water. Isaiah 35, 1, 6, and 7. There will also be no more wars. Psalms 46 and 9. The scriptures does not say how the Most High will achieve all this on, and how he will influence all the forces of nature so that they do no more harm. One thing is certain, however: all who shall live under the just government shall not toil in vain, nor shall they bear in consternation, for they are the offspring uh, that bless the Most High, and their seed with them. Isaiah 65 and 23. Humans will not only be freed from devastating nature disasters, but also from all suffering and pain that has affected mankind over the past 6,000 years or whatever. So, about the Armageddon, this is another day. Okay, that's the message. That's the message. Hmm. What is that? Spam. Okay, brothers and sisters, this is the message about the um coming events. Every one of us has to be prepared and know what he will do next. The best thing to go is to talk with your family, to tell them, to ask what kind of ideas they have, because it is always good to hear what the Most High says. I know that everyone is waiting until the last things happens, but the Most High said, "Come out of her, come out of her. Do not be a part of their curses or transgression against me," which means the Most High. The Most High will judge the nations. Um, Let me show you one more thing. Um, Let me go here. You should see they shall build, and the Most High will throw down. Whereas Edom saith, "We are impoverished, yeah, but we will return and build." Yeah, this is what they do. They want to build Ukraine again. The Most High say they want to build. So the Most High will, I will throw down, and they'll say, "No, are you going to build again? You want to throw down? This is our world." And the Most High is saying, "I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against the Most High had indignation forever." Can you imagine? There is a fight going on. Whereas Edom said, "We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places." Yeah. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwells in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is hard, that says to his heart, "Who shall bring me down to the ground?" So, they're very, very proud. Yeah? Very, very proud. In that day declares the Most High, "I will destroy the wise man of Edom, man of understanding in the mountains of Esau. Your warriors, Teman, will be terrified, and everyone in Esau's mountain will be cut down in the slaughter." Brothers and sisters, this is what the Most High says for three sins of Edom: UK, Europe, USA, Australia. Even for four, I will not turn back my wrath, because he pursued his brother with a sword, stiffing all compassion, because his anger raged continually, and his fury flamed unhacked. So, as you could see, there is really judgment coming upon the nations, and we are living in the land of the nations, and so we have to know what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna tell you what I will do. um it is always important to understand that not everyone will understand who you are, or your, let's say, your mission. Yeah, because you came alone from your mother's womb, and you will also die alone. Yeah. And the light in you is different. It can be that you have that you're coming, that you have the same blood like your parents or like any other people, but it doesn't mean that you're the same person. The world won't be changed by people that will just watch and wait for everything to be changed by the Most High. The Most High never did anything, but he always uses human to change um whatever, what, yeah, or to build or to destroy or to fight, to give birth, for an example. Yeah, the Most High uses human, which means that what we need now is we need heroes, heroes that do things without being proud of it or talking, and doing things by also teaching others the that what they are being taught, or that what is righteous, so that the others also can move on with it. So now that what I do is, um my part is uniting, like I will always used to do, teaching, but in the other way is also preparing for the ways of the Most High and the coming events and the coming back of our people in the land, for example. But the Most High will also send me later out to teach our people the ways of our fathers again, which means the power has to be coming back to us again. the priesthood, when they have prayed to the mass, and they always showed different kind of things, but there were also other people that learned. We had schools that learned the ways of the Most High. They learned different kinds of things. So, and we need these kinds of teachers again, people that will go out to the Americas, to the Australia, and all over the places to teach them again the ways of the Most High. And this is the way. And I hope for you guys and your families to know what the next move will be. Myself, I would really say it's normal if you hear here and there disasters are happening, but we know where it will be the most safe places. We know that we can have here and there some water coming into Africa and blowing away some houses and stuff like that. But the judgment that is coming about upon Europe, it will be like evil, okay? Evil, like really evil, okay? And that's why we have to be very careful, yeah? There is another thing that I will not hide. The people that live in the islands, yeah, Caribbean islands, for an example, North and Southern America, brothers and sisters. I don't know how to explain, but you know, these places, they have no hold against the winds. There is nothing that can hide them against the judgment. Yeah, so um, I don't know if people really listen and understand what the Most High are supposed to do. When you hear this, even if you're the poorest man, you have to understand. Hey, you have to start asking yourself, how can I go back to my normal? How can I go back where we used to come from? Okay. Um, Another thing that I won't hide, brothers and sisters, white people and the nations are smart. Yeah. The people of the world, yeah, are smarter than the people of light. This is how the scriptures calls it. Which means these people, they are already going back um, to Africa, brothers and sisters. They are already going back, having two passports. They are already preparing to, you know, to leave the world or whatever. Now, if I would be a diasporan, I would also ask myself, what will be my next move? Okay. We have to be very careful with the currencies. We have to be very careful with the disasters. We have to be very careful with the wars. And yeah, let's see in the next 5 years how much will be changed. But try as much as possible to build somewhere else too. It is not easy. You will lose a lot, but in the end, you will know why you have done it, because it won't be better. It will be not becoming better. Let's say, let me tell you what the prophets have said. The prophets said that Africa will be full of strangers, full of people. There will be not enough houses. There will be not enough food for everyone. It will be full of people. And the most of the people, now listen carefully, the saints, they will go to the north. This is directly there, beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. There, even the people from the southern Africa, all of them. The same saints, they will go to the north. Then there will be a parts of Africa that it will be over full of the nations. Let me show it to you, just for you to have a notion, yeah, an idea where it is found in the Bible. I even have more scriptures than that, yeah, but I'll just show you one, because we have some people teaching that only 174, how 144,000 will be saved, because they do not understand the scriptures, right? So the Most is saying the people must be sealed, right? And he's then calling 12,000, 12,000, 12,000 from each tribe from the children of Isolele. And I heard the number of the sealed, 12,000. Brothers and sisters, We have more than 800 something millions people. We have so many people in this world. How, my brother and sisters, can 144,000 people be sealed? Okay, which means this is a code. Yeah, in my former videos, I told you exactly how many people will be entering into the kingdom of the Most High. But this is not my message, yeah, because I heard from some people teaching only 144,000 will be sealed or will be going to the Most High's kingdom, because these people are head knowledge, yeah, if they teach the Bible. I don't want to call names, but let me tell you what what it really means. We're gonna have some families in the from the from all the tribes from Zambia to Nigeria, Ghana, and Congo, and Angola, whatever. These places, no, Zimbabwe, there will be families in the diaspora. The Most High will lift them up, yeah, to do the Most High's work. He will make them rich in this time of tribulation. This time, brothers and sisters, so many people are going the righteous ways. And tomorrow, this Adidas, these people, all of them has to come and bow down. If not, they will be perished. Brothers and sisters, there is no way. If not, they have to suffer. They will die hunger. Yeah, do your math. Okay, this is what it means. But now it means also, yeah, in another way, that not so many people of the Most High's chosen people will be saved. Because look at that. And a great multitude from every nation. After this, I looked, and behold, a great multitude that no one could number, from every nation, from all tribes, people, and languages. This is where you see that he's not only talking about the Israelites, but he's talking about the nations. Once I had someone in my class, not class, but assembly. He saw white people in the assembly and start telling me, why are these white people in the assembly? Why this? Why are you talking about this? Our secrets and the white people. I'm like, wow. I'm like, do you really know whom you're talking to? Do you think I'm a fool? You're sitting there somewhere. Telling me why I do talk to the white people. You're living in the white man's land. He's feeding you. You're working for him. I do not work for a white man. Okay? Do you know who you're talking to? Okay? I'm teaching my people war. Those who will go with me will go with me. You killed all the prophets. You guys killed all of them. You are worshiping Jesus today, not my people. You worship Jesus. Huh? You worship Jesus. So where is he? Our forefathers, all of them died because of Jesus. Do you not remember? Are you a fool? Are you a fool? Huh? Did all our forefathers not say, do not bow down in front of this Jesus, if not you will die? What do you think? We are children. We're not the same. So then he was like, no, white man. He never came again. But then I saw him in other assemblies, like they always are, these prostitutes. Now, what has happened? That what I'm saying is that what you're written there. What is written there? They stand before the Lamb with white cloths and robes and palm branches and crying out with a voice, salvation. This is something, it is in spirit. It has nothing to do with I have to read the Bible. These prophets, they didn't read the Bible all the time to say what is written there. They said those things just like that. They never read it before. They just said it. They said, here, Angola, Congo Brazzaville, here. They will live here everywhere. White people, Chinese. This is what it's about. This is what I see. They're still proud, these white people, they are coming over. But tomorrow, they will be like, oh, now we understand here the spirit of the Most High is stronger than ours. If not, you will be perished. Go to Isaiah 60. Every nation that will not bow down, bring his gold, bring what everything that they have to us, will be perished. He's not talking about all black dudes only, but he is saying about the black dudes, 1/3. The Most High is not sick. He knows exactly who around him is just crazy. Blah, 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 blah. Giving up. Talking, just show. The time of show is over. It's a time of action. Yeah? Time of show is over. The one that loves the most, the white man the most, lives there in the white man's country. We have brothers in the Americas. They grew up among the white. They did everything with the white, but they're coming to Africa to come and do their things. And trying to change some things, trying to make our people aware of the coming events, trying to help, etc., etc. What are you doing? Okay, so please don't judge, yeah, if you don't know, yeah. Now, that's my message for today, yeah. You're gonna know very, very soon what Putin's mission will be, because Putin, my brothers and sisters, he can't end the war. If he ends the war, um, if he ends the war, he can go to jail. He can be called the next Meltora, okay? He can be called the next Hitler or something like that, okay? Because they're putting him into this point. So Putin won't stop the war that he has started. This war will cause another, will cause other problems, and it goes on and on. Brothers and sisters, the Bible talks about that. But you have never seen how correct the Bible talks about that, what is happening today. And we're going to see it in the next movie or video. Stay tuned, brothers and sisters. Big love. Shout out. And have a nice day. Huh? Thank you very much for watching. Inget.